Welcome to the TheDPost Sports Chat. I'm Drew Rubenstein here with Todd Murray. And Todd, the WVU women's basketball team knocked off TCU Sunday at the Coliseum and getting ready to host Oklahoma State on Wednesday night at the Coliseum. And it seems like it was a different game, but the same story for the Mountaineers against TCU. What exactly went wrong and then right for West Virginia in that game?
Well, it was the same thing of falling behind by double digits early, not shooting the ball real well, not moving the ball real well on offense. TCU had some really good outside shooters that made WVU pay, and it's been kind of the same story. They rally, they get close at halftime, then they make their run in the second half and end up winning the game. But I think Mike Carey has had about enough of that script, and he's trying to preach that they need to do a better job maintaining control of the game throughout and not putting themselves in the position to have to rally, because perhaps with a team like Oklahoma State that's coming in here, that may not happen.
No, that's a good point. That said, I think there's something to teams kind of finding their identity by this point late in the season. And I don't know, even WVU's Final Four team from 2010 on the men's side comes to mind, where it was a similar story, a team that couldn't put 40 total minutes together, but kind of had that nitty-gritty style of play and found ways to win games. I don't know, do you get a sense, is there anything to that where West Virginia, it feels comfortable being in tight situations? It's okay whenever the clock's winding down and they're in close games. Is there something to that where this team is maybe just finding the way to win even in spite of itself in situations?
Yeah, I think Crystal Caldwell said after the TCU game that it's great that everybody believes in each other and believes that they can do that. But even she admitted that kind of wants that to end, that they need to play better throughout and not have to rally like that.
Right, and because they're always looking long-term, keeping the bigger picture in mind. They want to advance far in the NCAA tournament, but seeding purposes wise, don't have a much bigger game than the one on Wednesday night. 2 top 15 teams in the Coliseum. Is this one of the bigger games, I guess most intriguing games in the Coliseum in WVU women's basketball history, at least in recent memory?
Yeah, I would think so. Of course, all of these last few games are critical here. They still have a chance to win the Big 12 title, at least tie Baylor for it and get a share of it. Oklahoma State's a team that came in here last year and beat WVU after WVU had beaten them in Stillwater. So they're going to have some confidence, and WVU knows that they're going to have to play well to win that game.
And in Stillwater, it was the same thing that you just said on TCU, where they had to rally late in the last couple minutes and go on a crazy run to pull that one out. When you look at the stats, I mean, these are two teams that have good defenses. How do you kind of see Wednesday's game playing out? Could it be a lower scoring type of a game, more defensive battle?
Yeah, it depends on how the teams are shooting, but I think it was 71-67 WVU and Stillwater. It could be a similar tight game. I think it'll be close throughout, and like any other game, whoever makes the key plays down the stretch is going to win it.
And one thing that West Virginia is still trying to do is maybe trying to figure out its rotation in light of Brooke Hampton's knee injury. A couple questions. How do you think the team has handled that news, and how's Brooke handling that injury, and is there a chance that she might return, or could that be it for her career?
Yeah, well, I didn't get a medical degree, but I think they're trying to be as optimistic as possible and leaving the possibility that she could be back in a couple of weeks. She seemed to be limping around a little bit at the TCU game. I'd be surprised if she comes back before the NCAA tournament, but again, I'm not a doctor. We'll have to see how that plays out. As far as the rotation, not having Brooke kind of hurts them. They've been forced to take the red shirt off Darius Falk, who, I think she had some illness problems of her own back in December and missed some practice time. She has been working out with the team all the way. Does not have the outside shooting ability that Brooke brings, and that's what's going to hurt her, because Brooke could come in there and hit some three-pointers for them. And Darius is more take the ball to the hoop kind of girl, maybe more so than Brooke. But Brooke's shooting, not having that, and they're definitely going to feel that toward the end of the season.
As for Darius on Sunday coming back and playing for the first time this season, can you still tell that she's trying to kick some of the cobwebs, if you will, and still trying to find her footing, because it's a lot different going from practice to game days? Or how has she handled that transition?
Yeah, I think there's probably some rust, and she's got to get used to game speed and all the things that go into that. It'll take some time. I think they're hopeful that in these last 5 games she'll come along and be able to make some meaningful contributions when they get to the Big 12 tournament and then NCAAs.
All right, Todd, appreciate your time once again. Please continue to check TheDPost.com for the latest on the women's basketball team. Thanks for watching today.